Hello everybody, my name is Manny, and today I would like to show you a map where I struggle a little bit more because the last map, the T8 one, was pretty easy, even for my bad gear. And this one is higher and has extra physical damage as fire. And I hope to see the 20 Rogue Exiles from the Atlas passives because these are really hard for me at the moment. I have crafted a 5-link body armor. It's nothing special, but it's a 5-link. I just tried to get Hillock in fortification for the 28% quality, so linking is a little bit easier. And after I created a 5-link, I just used some essences to get a life roll. I may improve this a little bit later, but for now it's okay. It's just for a 5-link. And regarding my Atlas passives, I spec'd into the Rogue Exiles because I usually like the loot of them, but they can be pretty hard for me at this moment. Okay, here already is one. Maybe I got it. I will switch to the single target game setup for the entire map, because if there are 20 Rogue Exiles, I really want to try to kill them a little bit faster. And I don't want to switch gems 20 times in a single map. So I just accept that my AoE is a little bit weaker. Since the last time I also completed the last labyrinth, so my offerings are affecting me now. That means I could switch to bone offering, but honestly I was too lazy to change anything about the game setup. But if one of the exiles targets me, you will see pretty clearly that I could really use some more defense and also more offense to kill them quicker. But at the stage where I am now, I'm basically lacking the knowledge. I don't know how to improve my character. I will basically at some point just take the path of building from the Summon Raging Spirit guide of Gassy TV and compare it to my current path of building to maybe spot some differences where I can improve my character. That's basically my entire plan. Just look at the guide of someone who knows what he's doing, compare it to mine, and hopefully find something. Regarding my Atlas passives, I basically spec'd into things that either are just fun for me or things that I can use and also are not terrible for me. If I don't like a mechanic, I will not do it, even if it's useful for me, because I'm playing the game to have fun, and if it's not fun, then why do it? That's my train of thought. But everybody can, of course, do whatever he wants. Okay, so far the exiles are not too terrible. The last map that I played with Rogue Exiles, they pummeled me pretty bad. It was an arena map, and there you have all these transitions from one area to another, and it happened quite a bunch of times where I switched into another area and suddenly there were 3 Rogue Exiles on top of me. And I struggled quite a bit on these maps. But so far this one seems to be okay, it's more open. The Rogue Exiles come one after the other.
Too much clutter.
Okay, I'm already full. Okay, and you may also see that there are not many items on the ground. That's basically because I finally changed well adapted my Lootfilter. I'm using Neversink's Lootfilter. Okay, I will pick these up later. I'm always using Neversink's Lootfilter and then just make some changes that fit my playstyle or build that I'm playing. And because I'm playing solo self-found, I can pretty much ignore everything that I'm not using. And usually I only play one build each league, so everything that I'm sure I will not use on a summoner, Necromancer, I can just ignore. And that's what I'm doing. There are some hybrid items, like some dexterity intellect items that I still pick up, just for the off chance that I really go into animate weapon. And maybe they can be useful there, I don't know yet. I just thought I will pick them up, and maybe one or two items have good rolls that I can just save, just in case. Okay, here you can see the damage. Okay, I was a bit lucky here that he didn't kill me. Okay, here are at least two and one rare. And what you can see is that I'm basically just running away. I'm trying to keep them off screen and let my raging spirits just go after them, and I try to stay out of the attacks of stronger monsters. Raging spirits are pretty good for this because they are so aggressive. Right here it does not work as I would like, but okay, the enemy is dead. So I think that Raging Spirits can also help a player like me who is less experienced, and honestly I'm just not very good at the game. I'm just playing for fun and I'm not taking it too seriously. Most of the other players are much better than me, and they can do content with much less gear and also without dying as much as me. But so far it seems to be okay, even for me. I'm a bit surprised. After the one arena map I was really worried that I couldn't do any more maps, well, higher tier maps, without dying a bunch of times. I even tried to get this level before attempting this one right here, because I fully expected to die a bunch of times. I can't really remember if I already mentioned it in this video, because I'm just doing it from the top of my head, whatever I say. I think I mentioned it. For my Atlas passives, I spec'd into things that I will need, like Abyss for the Abyss tools, and maybe I can get one of the Abyss bosses. I don't know how many there are, maybe there is only one. But in the Abyss, from the boss, we can get the belt with 2 Abyss sockets and increased Abyss Jewels effect. And I really would like this one. I would have to check my resistances then. So far resistances are not really an issue because I'm still using Purity of Elements. But I would like to switch to Determination at some point. I'm already leveling it, but the ailment immunity is really enjoyable for me. If I don't have to worry about... Okay, here's the damage. If I don't have to worry about freeze or chill or anything like that, I enjoy playing the game much more. And as you can see, I still haven't crafted my flasks. Crafting my flasks to me is honestly just a nuisance. I don't really want to do it. It's just something that I have to do every league, and I dread doing every league. But well, it has to be done at some point. I'm really surprised how well this is going so far. Okay, archers are usually the ones that give me the most troubles. And melees like this one. Okay. Let's get a little bit of distance. And hopefully my raging spirits will do the trick. Yes, it's really the openness of this map. On Arena I would not have the possibility to just go out off screen and let my raging spirits do the work. I would always be in range of the rogue exiles, and therefore it was much harder. This map is really nice for raging spirits. But I think that boss can be a bit hard. And this one is the one who splits, correct? Okay, not really splitting. I was just thinking about switching back to melee splash, but it's only one every time. So I'm staying with that elemental damage.
I need more mana.
Okay, I didn't quite get what I wanted from this map, because I really wanted to show more of the struggle, like the arena map that I played. But as you saw, sometimes I got 1 or 2 hits from one of the rogue exiles, and I was down to like maybe 15-20% of my health. And only because of the range of the summon raging spirits, I was even able to go away and kill them from a safe distance. That's just to show the strength of the raging spirits when on the lower level content like I am right now. Regarding the Atlas passives, at some point I heard that these map nodes right here help sustaining your map pool. I don't know anything about the mechanics in the background. Just after I heard this, I usually just take these first. That was also the case here. Then I took the essence nodes, just because essences are the only things that I use for crafting. After that, I specced into the abyss nodes right here, so I had a little bit higher chance of getting my abyss jewels. After that, I think I took these harbinger nodes. I've also heard that these are not worth much anymore, but I just enjoy the encounter. It's something that I can't just do while mapping. I don't have to use any special mechanic or run a different way. They are just there, I kill them and they continue. That's something that I really enjoy. And after that, oh sorry, before, these were not the first essence nodes I took. These were the first essence nodes I took to guarantee the essence. Then after the harbinger nodes right here, I took these essence nodes. And then I think I went up to these map nodes for a better chance of sustaining my map pool, hopefully. And after these, I took the strongbow box nodes right here, then these right here, because I wanted the strong boxes to be rare and corrupted right after I took the guaranteed strong box. Then I took, I think the next one was right here. I blocked these 3 encounters. I just don't enjoy Expedition. Maybe they are useful, but I don't like playing them, so I blocked them. The Sacred Grove, I also don't enjoy the mechanic, so I blocked it. And the same with Legion. Usually I'm not able to kill everything in the Legion encounter anyway, so I missed out at most of the loot, and that's why I don't really enjoy it and usually block it, just so I have a little bit higher chance of getting the other ones. I kept this one right here and the Metamorph as well. I quite enjoy the Metamorph counter, especially now that he doesn't have any more minions, and I can see the Arch Nemesis mods that he would get. I can just avoid the Arch Nemesis mods that I don't like, and so I can build a pretty easy Metamorph encounter, at least on the lower tier maps. Maybe I will block these 2 later. About Heist, I'm usually not playing Heist, but I thought, okay, I'm just picking up some currency items and maybe later on I will do some heists, I don't know. But I'm thinking about blocking these 2 already. Then Mirrors of Delirium. These are the last nodes that I took from this tree. They were just here because maybe I can get some useful cluster jewels. But let me take a step back. After the strongbow box nodes, I think I went to the breach one, and I also took this one right here because I'm not modifying my maps with any fragments or anything. I used 1 divine vessel because I was lucky enough to get 1 dropped, my only one so far, and I used it to get the freeze immunity for the Brian King as Pantheon. And these nodes I took because of the shield that I mentioned and the weapon with added chaos damage, just for the off chance that I really maybe go into animate weapon at some point. Then I went up here to take these essence nodes right here, and after that I took these essence nodes. Then I took this chance to get 8% chance to get 20 rogue exiles in my map, and this one that they are possessed by tormented spirits. And lastly, I took these nodes down here. I took them last because usually I don't get very far for the delirium mirror. I'm quite slow. Maybe I get them up to maybe 2 or 3 stages of a reward, but sometimes they drop some cluster jewels and I have a chance to maybe get a minion one. Regarding my Abyss jewels, so far I think I was pretty lucky for solo self-found. All these got just dropped. I didn't modify them in any way. Here, fire damage, I think it's okay, it's tier 3, but I think it's still pretty good. I like the life on it, and the dexterity also helps. The poison is not very useful for now, but that's okay. Then this one, fire damage, physical damage, and 20% increased damage if I use the minion skill recently. Well, I'm always using minion skills, so that's pretty nice. And the last one I have is this one, also with fire damage and physical damage, and the chance to ignite helps for the emulate that I have on my raging spirits. So it's safer that it will work all the time, or most of the time. Anything else is still the same as in the last video, except the chest plate that I already mentioned. And that's pretty much it. I hope you have a great day and you can enjoy the league. Have a good day. Bye.